Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some amazing spring and Easter DIYs that you can do this season for 2024. And you can see they are already putting stuff out for Easter. This is just some of the stuff that they have out right now, and they have a couple new stuff that I can lay my eyes on here. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this video. I'm gonna start off with one of these wreath forms from Dollar Tree along with their pack of Easter eggs. I picked this one, but they have a lot to choose from, literally a lot of different packs. So just choose whichever you would like to use. These have a little bit of specs on them and I really like how simple they are. So I'm going to take them and I arrange them there in the pattern that I want them to go along this wreath. I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to add a very thin line onto the back of the wreath so that way I can press them down. And don't worry too much if the hot glue is going to show on the fronts, because we are going to add some embellishments and stuff like that, so that way we can cover it up. But we are just going to go one by one and keep hot gluing them down all the way around this wreath here. And I did put them in a pattern, as you can see, and I used the entire pack, so it was perfect for this wreath, just one pack. And you can see here how I'm doing it, just going one by one and really pressing them down nice and tight. If you have crazy glue, I think it'll work as well, and it'll be great. So now that those eggs are nice and hot glued on there, I want to take this cute little bunny that you can add onto your wreaths. They have them at Dollar Tree, and I want to add it onto this one. You can see there how it goes on your wreath. They do come with strings, so you can just easily tie them on. I'm gonna double knot it and tie it on the wreath, but even as I tie it on, I am going to also add hot glue, as you'll see, so that way it can be nice and firm, and I can just make sure that it's going to be nice and stuck for long term. So you can see here I'm adding the little feet now in the bottom, and I'm doing the same thing, just double tying that knot for both of the feet. And I'm going to add some hot glue just to make sure that everything stays nice and put. If you are new here, hi and welcome. I hope you are enjoying the content that you see here. I do tons of different DIYs, from even upcycles and thrift flips, stuff like that. I do a little bit of everything on this channel, and I post every Sunday. So if you don't have your notification bells turned on, turn them on so you don't miss any of my future videos every Sunday. But yeah, so now I'm taking some of this moss and I'm gonna hot glue it down to each egg, just a little patch, a little piece. This gives the look as if they were laying into some grass or some moss, and I really like that, so I'm gonna add that to each of the eggs. Now that that moss is all on there, I have this pack of eggs. These are made out of foam. I got these off of Temu a while back, and I thought they would go perfect on this wreath because they match the ones that I already put on there with the specs. So I'm gonna add some on top of those larger eggs, and I thought that would be super cute to add, you know, just for some more decoration and make it more colorful. So I'm gonna add contrasting colors to each of the eggs. You can see I put white on the green and I'm putting orange on the purple. So I'm gonna keep going. And I apologize if you heard some dogs in the background, but you can see here you can also add the paws. They do come with the paws. I decided not to add them, but you definitely can. And look at how the final result looks. I really love this wreath. It's super simple to make and it looks super nice for spring and Easter time. I love it. Something a little different, just showing off the eggs in that wreath and the bunny. You would have to let me know what you think and if you like this DIY. And you can see I have it hanging on one of those long hooks. You can find those at Dollar Tree as well. And the reason why it looks the way it is on here is because I have the hook hanging on a nail, but you would want to hang it you know, something on a hoop rather than a nail, so that way it can lay correctly. But I just wanted to let you know that, so that way you are aware of why it is the way it is. So moving along to the next DIY, I have one of these wood signs that have the shiplap on it. This is from Dollar Tree, and this sign is really nice and heavy duty feeling and sturdy, which I like. So I'm gonna give it a nice distress coat of this white paint, and I'm just using my brush to do that. I don't use a sandpaper, but you could also sand it down after if you don't really like how it looks, but it turns out perfectly fine just with the light strokes that I'm making with my brush here. Once I get it to where I like it, I am gonna let that dry completely, so that way I can add this cute little bunny that you can find in a pack at Dollar Tree. It was in the beginning of the video. I'm not sure if you peeped. They have different colors. They have pink, purple, and I believe blue, and these are super pretty. So I'm gonna add this one right to the center of my sign, and I'm just going to press it down with the hot glue. And I thought this was super cute because you have a different texture against that wood. So I'm gonna add that there, and then I have these rub-on transfers that you can find at Dollar Tree. These are somewhat hard to find. I'll be honest with you, I don't see these often, but if you could find them, then that's great. But if not, you can also use regular stickers or other rub-on transfers that you might find that you like. I'm just cutting out the word spring so I can add them on here. I really like these rub-on transfers because they really look like if they were made onto the sign. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they are hard to transfer. I guess it depends on the surface that you're working on, because I've had sometimes, a couple times, where it just doesn't want to transfer and you have to really scrape it on with all your power and all your might to really get it on there. But once they are on there, they look really beautiful. And now that we have spring on to the right side there, I'm liking how it's looking. I want to add some greenery to the left side of the sign. So I'm adding a few little pieces, just 4 pieces of this really thin greenery that you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm using my hot glue gun to place them down. And you can see I'm just adding a little bit off to the left side. I'm only adding 1 strand. So this strand that I am making right now, and then I'm gonna take this beautiful Easter beads. I thought these were so pretty. These are from Hobby Lobby for $3.99. I want to clip off 4 pieces, so I'm gonna use 1 of each color, 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 pink, and 1 white, and I'm gonna hot glue them down to each end of the greenery that I laid down. I thought that would be a cute little addition to this sign. I really do like this bunch of beads for Easter and even springtime, so I do want to just keep the rest of the bunch together just to add them in a vase for, you know, the upcoming season. But I'm just going to clip off these 4 to add them onto my sign just like this, and I think it looks super pretty. And then the last step, I did add some more of, well, not some more, but I used this in the previous DIY, so I'm going to use this for this DIY. I'm adding 2 of those foam eggs, the mini ones, and I thought that just finished it off really nicely. And you can see the final look here. I think this sign turned out so cute and adorable, and it's really my taste. I love how simple but yet high end it looks, so I love it. You would have to let me know what you think, and don't skimp out on me. If you like today's video and DIYs, do hit that like button. It does help me reach new viewers, so help your girl out and hit that like button. I hope you like today's DIYs because I really enjoyed making them for you. Next up, my friends, I have here this wooden little birdhouse or little bird feeder, I guess, that you can find at Dollar Tree. And I really like this one. I like the butterfly on it. It reminded me of spring. And I decided to pick one up. So I'm giving it a coat of some white paint. You can paint it whatever color that you would like. I just chose white for this DIY, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint all of the sides and all of the edges and the little trimming of the roof at the top there. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the inside in its natural wood color because I really like the wood grain that is on this piece of wood, and I like how it looks. And I think it gives it a nice, contrast in between the white and the wood. So if you wanted, you could paint it, but I think it looks really good in the natural wood as well, how I'm leaving it. So I'm gonna paint the rest of it all white, including the back. I'm gonna give it a nice 2 coats and let that dry really well. Once it's nicely painted, I'm gonna go in with this raffia and I'm just gonna cut little pieces because it is too long to fit inside of that pocket. And I'm just gonna cut them and put them down inside, and I'm gonna continue adding until I like how it looks. I don't want it to be too stuffed, but I don't want it to be too empty. I want it just right and a little bit sticking out so that it looks nice. So I'm just going to add that inside, and I'm gonna take this pack of butterflies, which I thought would go perfect on here, being that there is a butterfly cut out of the birdhouse, the bird feeder, I mean. So now I'm gonna take these, before I place the butterflies down, I'm gonna take this pink bunch of flowers because I wanted a pop of color and I didn't want a lot of flowers coming out of here. I thought this one bunch would be really pretty, and I was right. I think the one little bunch there looks perfect. So now I'm gonna add those butterflies, just adding it down with some hot glue. And for this one here, as you can see, I did fold up the wings a little bit just so it can look more 3D-ish. So I did that for that one. I'm adding a second one onto the natural wood that I left there, right there, and you can see how pretty it is coming together, and I love it. I decided to add some moss inside where the raffia is, just to give it a more realistic look, and just to make it look nice overall with the two different grass. So I'm just adding that there with some hot glue so that way it can be nice and stuck down. And once that is on there, I'm gonna take this marker and I'm just using this pink marker to trace over all of the edges of this bird feeder because I thought that would look super pretty, and I really love how it looks in the end because I think it ties in nice with the flowers. So I'm just gonna go over it until I like the thickness of it. You can make it thick as you want it for the pink to show, but I'm gonna go over all of those edges and make sure it dries really well. Once it's nice and dry, that was the final touch for this DIY, and I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love how small it is. This could be placed outside as well if you maybe add a sealer or protectant after, and if you want it to be an actual bird feeder outside. But if you want it as decor, this is perfect and I love it. You would have to let me know what you think. And once again, if you like today's DIYs, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up to help me reach new viewers, and do consider hitting that subscribe button because I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I will see you all on the next one. Take care. God bless. Bye.